think we're good.
Hey guys, welcome.
Oh,
It's time for another road
Jamie's
trip.
here.
Jamie's here, Bindy's here, and I'm still Robin. Don't know what happened to McGraw. I think in the night time after the beach party, just sort of, I saw him wandering
went off with
towards
the
the
lady.
ocean. Said something about mermaids.
he couldn't
Haven't seen him since.
He couldn't handle Robin's triangles.
Exactly. Strong triangles.
This is a good-looking game.
Oh.
So just
Right.
put me off.
Don't you want to
wouldn't-
sit there? Don't you want to be there right now?
So
It's giving me vacation fever.
it's yeah, we had a fun time at the beach party.
Yeah, when the weather got a bit better.
We were all a little bit worse the wear, slightly hungover.
Yeah.
But
So
for
I'm
me-
thinking today.
Well, I've just rocked up to the
You're
party.
just drinking through it.
Just drink through it, yeah.
You found me at the beach party.
You know what? I don't know about you guys,
Let's take him with us.
but when I'm hungover, what I want most in the world is
Fried
some
chicken.
nice ice cream.
Oh,
And you
We're
know
gonna get
who
some
makes the
cold.
best ice cream?
Santa.
Mr. Hagen.
Why, it's Uncle Jimmy, of course,
Oh.
and also Uncle Johnny. So you guys
Where
can
is this
choose
going?
which uncle are we going to visit today.
Oh.
Uncle Jimmy lives in the Akkala stables, and Uncle Johnny lives at the Totori Lake stables up here.
I like the Akkala one. I want to go there.
Let's go, Uncle Jimmy.
Let's go with Jimmy. Jimmy makes the best.
Wow, we got a long journey ahead of us.
Actually, now I think about it, I hate Uncle Johnny. So I'm glad we're not going to see
He
him.
touched me that one time. It was-
So yeah, so this is going to be our route today. We're going to head back on ourselves a little bit from last time, but we're also going to go a little bit via the coastline, so we get some fun beach time.
Yeah.
It seems like we're going further away than we should do.
It'll loop back on itself, so it'll work out in the end.
Oh yeah, because obviously we can't go straight through a mountain.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to head up through this way, over across the edge of Hyrule Field, down again, up again, and we'll end up
Nice.
here.
Well,
So-
we've got a GPS program, so
Yeah.
onwards.
And a green.
This is,
Ooh, who's that?
This is Bluezen, my blue horse. That's
Bluezen.
somebody else over there.
Oh, it's very nice.
Spotty bum.
So let's go.
Look at that water. Oh, I just want to go.
Out of my way! Out of my oh god!
Crabs.
Crabs!
The crabs are in effect. Yeah.
Let's go.
Onwards.
And check out my sweet souvenir shield.
I want some torches like that for the garden.
Did you win that
Yeah,
at
that
the
would be
luau?
Yeah, that was at the old what is it you do when you go under the pole backwards?
Limbo.
Limbo, yeah. There was a limbo contest. You knew
You go
what
under
I
the pole
meant.
backwards, you know.
Don't you mock me.
What, a stripper pole?
Yes,
That's a reverse cowgirl on the pole.
that's the one. So yeah, we're gonna head off this way.
It's very soothing.
Ice cream is, I think, my hangover treat of choice.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Right.
I've never seen you eating the ice cream, and yet we've.
I don't get to
not
do it
like
very often.
ever, but
Because I don't usually think about it in advance.
What's my hangover thing of choice? Well, my go-to drink every time is orange juice.
yeah.
If I'm hungover, I
Lots of
just
sugar.
want orange juice.
Yeah.
Food-wise, usually I just want something like filling and
Greasy.
yeah, not too greasy though. Need a
Like-
balance.
Yeah, the fry up is like a little bit 50-50 in terms of half of it's actually quite good for you in terms
Yeah.
of getting sugar or salt or like replenishing nutrients that you've lost through drinking, but then half of it's actually more detrimental because it's lots of heavy fats which
Yeah.
actually are hard to break down and
Yeah,
actually
so-
forces your body to work harder.
Sometimes it can go bad if you have
Yeah.
something too rich.
Yeah.
Which is why supposedly a bacon sarnie is the nice kind of balance of
medium.
you got a bit of substance, you got a lot of salt, and
I don't eat pigs.
Yeah, I see
well, then
that.
you can have a ketchup sandwich.
Bread's good though, isn't it?
Bread's-
Soaks it up.
Sex it up.
Sex it up.
Soaks it up.
Sexes up the ketchup.
You know,
Sex is
bread's
what keeps
good
it
though.
exciting.
Bread's good though, isn't it?
Sex it
Sex it up, you know.
Slap
Oh, I
it
find
with
bread
butter.
really.
Oh, treasure! Go back, treasure. Are we
I
gonna-
You're
don't
getting
know.
distracted. You're ruining
No,
the
come
bread
on.
trip.
That's not what we're here for.
I'm terrible on road trips because
You want to stop and find treasure?
So I've been playing this game.
Yeah.
And we were discussing earlier, like I do a mixture of just wandering the map as well as going on horseback, but I can set out with one goal and it will take within 5 seconds of me seeing something else, which is fair enough for a sandbox because there's a lot going on. For me to completely get distracted and do another quest and then be like, wait, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you guys need to stay focused for me.
We've got to get some ice cream. That's all we're here for. Everyone else can go suck a lemon.
It is very pretty.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
That's what I like about this game, the very varied.
Very.
And now it's a tongue twister.
Environments?
Environments, yeah. And the fact that you can go from frozen mountains, which has been done a fair bit before, to these tropical beaches, which is fairly newish territory for Zelda, is it?
Yeah, the whole tropical feel to this section of the map I found really like exciting and refreshing.
Yeah. Especially as where you were just in Lurelin village?
Yeah, Lurelin.
Lurelin. Like you said, the first time you like discover that, which was quite late for you, apparently. I discovered it really early.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, I don't want to leave here. There's not really much going on, but I just like the environment, and it's tying in with the weather system of like the lightning storms and stuff. It was, it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Where does this game sit for you, Jamie, in terms of your favourite Zelda game?
My favourite? I mean, very highly. Straight off, I like the. I know there's been a lot of Skyrim comparisons, but there's a specific word that was used that encapsulates that level of environment and kind of expansiveness.
The sort of sense of wanderlust.
Wanderlust, that was it. Yes, I love the wanderlust of this, and for the same reasons that I love things like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Appreciates the as RPG-y as Zelda can be in terms of like equipment and items.
Yeah.
Like I get mildly annoyed that in this environment I don't level up every time I'm killing enemies.
Yeah.
In that sense, but you still feel the progression.
Yeah.
In terms of okay, I'm not getting my ass handed to me anymore. Haven't really done any of the main stuff. I've opened the whole map and done so many side quests, but that's because that's how I'm playing an open world game as opposed to a Zelda game. So I like that feel. I was never the biggest fan of Skyward Sword. I played Wind Waker on the Wii U many years after it came out and really enjoyed that, but don't think I would have done at the time when I first played it. I don't think I could handle that level of change.
Yeah.
You also one of the issues with Zelda as a series is that there are so many different kinds of games now, and you aren't necessarily always wanting what each of them offers, because they do offer quite different things often.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like it's the reason why I have. Oh shit! You gonna help? Yeah. It's just running away.
Nice.
No, I'm just
Casual
I'll
bit
be
of
on
murder.
my way.
That was close. Hello.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like
I'm a hero.
Zelda's definitely evolved to that stage of, and I know there's everyone's heading with like the timeline, but there's different games for different things. So I would still argue Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask are the slightly like the darker ones in terms of like tone or thematically, and then you've got really stupid things like Spirit Tracks, where you're just like, I'm a train manager, choo choo.
Yeah.
But it's not as
rabbits everywhere.
It's not as ridiculous as just like, okay, Mario has about 50 different professions.
Yeah.
It's not as diluted as that. It still keeps a core sense of what a Zelda game is.
I did this on the last video. I pressed the wrong button every time.
Just doing a little trick.
I wanted to go down to a trot, and I just jumped off.
Oh, I'm done.
I haven't played all of them, and I'm not sure Zelda games in general I'm the target audience. I don't think I get as much out of it as you do. But having watched this, I want to play this. I know this appeals to me more in general. And I really struggled with Wind Waker. I still haven't finished it because what was it? There was something to do with the controls that, for some reason, I really
Yeah,
did.
it just
was the camera.
they never. I think it was a few different things, and it never completely clicked with you. And then you were taking like slightly too long breaks
Gaps,
between play
So I
sessions.
kept on having to relearn everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the feel of it, and in terms of I liked the way it looked, and I liked the way the story was told. I really liked it. It's almost something I'd probably enjoy watching someone play rather than play myself.
I think this and Wind Waker are the two that definitely have the best environments and atmospheres to explore. Although Wind Waker's it doesn't feel as varied, but it's still a fun world to explore and travel in. I think this is definitely top 5 for me.
Yeah.
If I think,
Robin, didn't you say it's your new favourite? Pretty much.
I'm sort of hesitant to make too many declarative statements about it because it's obviously fresh and it's what I'm into right now.
Yeah.
But there's a hell of a lot about it that I really like.
oh shit,
And it's also
nice.
It's also that thing of like, there's a lot of stuff about this game that is exactly how I wanted like a new Zelda to do things. Like visual style, exactly what I want. I wanted something that was sort of a bit closer to like Ocarina of Time in tone, but with like a more heightened art style.
Yeah.
And I really love what they've done with that, for example.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, unfortunately, I think this affects a lot of things in life, but I think nostalgia wins out a lot for me at the minute, and that is why I don't. Ocarina of Time hasn't been displaced as my number one favourite either, from
I really enjoyed
the time that
Ocarina of Time.
first played it, and memories of it first owning it in 64 and watching my brother play it and then me playing it, and then again getting it on my own on 3DS and the time I played it then, but like in my hand on the go.
I will say sort of there are things about this game that reminded me about stuff that made me fall in love with Zelda during Ocarina of Time, and they're things that I haven't thought about since then. Because I really highly rate Majora's Mask. Like, that's up there for me because I really love Clock Town and a lot of the ideas they played around with. But Ocarina of Time has a sense of place about it that a lot of the other games don't have. And it's one of the reasons that, like, I really like Wind Waker a lot, but it doesn't feel like you don't get the same sense of sort of homeliness and familiarity about a lot of the places because the islands are so isolated. Yeah,
and so small as well.
Yeah.
Whereas you fondly remember Kakariko Village.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do like. I found some of the sailing stuff in Wind Waker. I lost interest.
Were you playing this on the Wii U? Wind Waker.
What was I playing it on? I can't remember.
You started.
I
don't actually remember.
It must have been on the Wii.
I think no. You started the GameCube version on the Wii. Sorry, we're going off road here.
Because that for me made a huge difference.
Oh, really?
Because they're having the second screen of the Wii U and enough of there were some very subtle but quite big differences
I was playing it on the Wii.
that made a difference to travel.
Okay.
And how the sailing worked and all of that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if I hadn't done without that, I would have switched off a lot sooner.
Yeah.
I think it might.
Look, it's sunny again.
I just think there wasn't enough in the you need to get from A to B, and it was long, but there wasn't enough to fill how long it was to keep it interesting.
This already, we passed a dozen little things you could
and it's just nice to look at.
I
like the look of Wind Waker, but sea is sea, and every now and then you'll see a certain thing pop up, but it's
horse bum. So yeah, speaking of ice cream, what's everyone's favourite ice cream flavours?
good question.
Or actually, if you had to describe yourself using describe your personality using an ice cream flavour, what would you be?
Oh man.
Poo.
Pralines and cream, because
Poo ice cream.
It's not even like a flavour of ice cream. It's just a shit in a cup.
It's just poo in like an ice cream cup.
It's shaped like a.
Yeah, in a
And everyone's like, oh, chocolate. Yeah. Oh!
It's really shitty. Sorry, carry on,
And
Robin.
Bendy's a shitty person. So.
No. That was my description of Robin. Not
what?
No, I jest, my lord. Now tell us what I was
I
saying.
have no idea. I was just going to talk bollocks for a while. I can't.
You really like pistachio, and I actually think that's quite a good one for
I
you.
do like pistachio ice cream, but it's one of those ones
You've
you
got
can
a
never
hard outer
find.
shell, which once you open up and melts down.
And some people will look at you and go, "Oh, that's a bit weird."
Yeah. Once you
Or some people have allergies to nuts and go, oh, I've got to stay away from that guy.
This is really bad for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Jamie's like a fruit flavour ice cream. Like, you know, when we were in Rhodes, and there was that place down the
Really
street
cool place,
with
yeah.
great, like,
Oh,
ice cream flavours.
Cherry. And...
Yeah, I would say Jamie's like pineapple or banana or something like
Exotic.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Surprisingly
intrinsically
nice.
valid.
Surprisingly fruity. Me? Fruity? Well, I know.
I don't know what I don't know. I'd probably like a really boring vanilla. Yeah. Yeah, like people just go, yeah, it's fine. It's
With
fine.
honeycomb pieces, though, with a little
A little
crunch.
surprise, yeah.
Little extra zazz. Zazz. Oh, I'm not even speaking words today.
But my favourite, going back to your original question, I really like pralines and cream. Really, really like praline. A lot.
It's good. It's real good. Any of those kinds of flavours in ice cream are always a winner for me.
Yeah.
I feel
Cookie
as a
dough.
country we don't do ice cream right.
Mm.
And you've got like
Yeah.
proper, either you've got the American style, which is like every flavour under the sun,
Yeah.
or you've got like the Italian style, which is proper, real fresh, kind of like creamy kind of
Yeah.
ice cream, and we just kind of have like very manufactured but still quite plain flavoured kind of
Yeah.
tastes.
Yeah, you don't get as much variety.
Those ice creams and Rhodes were really, I think they were very good.
Yeah, they were
Penis rocks.
I thought you were about to say, oh, and penis flavoured ice cream as well.
Okay, now I can see the faces as well.
Penises can have faces too.
So you,
That's why it's called a head.
you might have noticed
Because the eyes compared to
I've got a lot fewer hearts this time than we did last time. We did a road trip, and that's because I made a new thing so that there would be fewer spoilers on the horizon.
Thank you.
So I'm
And obviously anyone
hoping
else
if we
will.
do these, it will be relatively spoiler free.
So does that mean we're absolutely screwed then if we come across some actual trouble? Is there a potential we could die and have
We're
to
not
restart
super
this?
screwed.
We'll never finish.
We're
our
not
road
super
trip.
screwed. We're okay. I have done some stuff.
Yeah.
Some prep.
Again, that's the beauty of this game. It's, I mean, I haven't personally
Mind
looked
you,
yet, but I want
yeah,
to
see,
see.
there's a guardian way over there.
Yeah.
Go.
Just go over here.
Just think of the full forest. Yeah, this is.
Slight
We'll
detour.
take the scenic route,
Yeah.
the safe scenic route.
We're calm.
But you know, that's the beauty of the approach to games like this, and you know, Skyrims and whatnot. That, well, definitely for the speedrunners, trying to do it as quickly as possible with as little as possible, and yet it's such an expansive world. This is why I've been caught up. Just
What the hell?
Shit, Guardian! Ah!
Oh
ah!
my god!
Ah! Oh god, we're so screwed. Whoa!
Oh shit!
Louis, Lusum.
Oh my god!
This isn't very relaxing.
This is a terrible road trip. I want to go home.
Shit! Bluesen, keep going. Keep going, Bluesen.
Oh my god, I want to go home. I want to go home.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Bats!
Where are we? Okay, that's okay. I think if we cross this,
If we cross the river,
we'll
Guardians.
be fine. No, Bluesen!
No,
Bad
Bluesen!
timing, Bluesen! Oh my god, if this happens...
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so
Oh,
nervous.
fuck. This is really unrelaxing. And it's night time.
It was going so well. We might be okay.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm doing horrible.
Okay, can we just hang on? Can we just go down to a trot?
Hang on. I want to get a bit further away. I'm not completely safe.
We went on a road trip like in a
And
car.
just
We
got
just
started chasing us.
Just getting started getting
So
chased by a
shooting
tank.
us.
And that was just something to be expected from the road.
Like you're on the motorway and just a tank starts. Oh,
So you have
fucking
to
hell.
dodge it until you don't get far enough away.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about
My
that.
heart
guys.
is.
Oh, damn.
All right. It's only one of these things.
Where are you taking us?
We maybe should have gone a slightly safer route,
Never mind.
but it's cool.
Be free, horse. Be free. What's that? What's that?
Just a sword.
It's a flying ball of energy.
Don't worry about that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that, I wasn't referring to this. I was referring to the big glowy thing in the sky.
That's
not the
fine.
full in inventory.
Yeah, no, that.
I mean, what's a road trip without a little excitement?
What were we talking about? I'm actually
don't
really
know.
tense now.
I
The
think we just need
beauty
to
of the
chill.
game. You said something about the beauty of game was like.
No, all thoughts escape me.
Well done, Bluesen. You've done
It
good.
wasn't that great. It flipped you off.
Understandably, though, to freak out under that in that.
Yeah,
I feel
no,
a
to be
horse
fair,
would do if it had
to be
lasers
fair.
being shot at it.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever shot a laser at a horse, but that is roughly how they react.
They don't like it. They do not care for it.
Where are we? We are on the right track. Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Both physically and metaphorically.
Yes. Those things.
I mean, it's a dangerous world out there. You can't.
You can't be sure that you,
You
won't
can't
get
take
lasered.
your safety for granted.
Yeah. I think there's many life lessons that
That's so shiny.
it's rocks.
Shining
Mining.
rocks.
Shiny apples.
My
Oh
apples.
god. My apples faint.
So I like the. Not just in this, but I like it when games show you an area, like you can see that mountain there. And if you just head in that direction, you can get to it and climb up it, and there's no loading visually that you can kind of see. There's no uninterruption of that. Uninterruption? There's no interruption
I mean,
of that
I don't know if
immersion.
you guys just noticed that mountain pop in literally as you said that. But
It hurt.
in general, yeah.
Freedom.
Oh yes,
freedom,
yes, we're here.
Oh shit.
freedom of environments.
Yeah.
I like games that don't
Oh, it's cool.
restrict
Yeah.
me or have or ones that appear really or give the illusion of being an open world and then have some sort of really immersion breaking kind of invisible wall.
Yeah. No,
Like,
you don't go in this.
In a
bit.
building you clearly should be able to walk into or
Yeah.
something. So this game does very well at saying
One of
everything's
my-
explorable. If you want
This-
to spend 6
this
hours
actually-
climbing a mountain, you can. It's boring, but
Quite outside of how I rank it among Zelda games, that is, I think, one of the reasons this is among my favourite games, and will be for some time, is because one of my pet peeves in games in general is when there are minor things that block your progress that you go in any real situation, you would very easily be able to move past that.
Yeah.
Like the one I always think of as an example is in Resident Evil 6, in Leon's campaign. At the very beginning, there's a point where the game forces you to walk through a metal detector so that the alarms go off.
Yeah.
And the only thing stopping you from not going through that is a waist-high desk that you could very easily climb over.
So if you've had the foresight to go, I'm not going to go through that, and it won't let you, that's really frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. And the lack of
I mean, there's
boundaries
many
and
more
being
things
able to
wrong
climb.
with Resident Evil 6, but
Oh yeah, I
the
mean,
fact that
that's-
even something like that still irks you is very it's very, very poignant.
Bats!
Giant eyeball bats.
I'm not very good at shooting today, apparently.
One bat, two
Two
bats,
bats,
three
three
bats.
bats.
Ah, 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 ah. It's been a long day.
That's been a long
Okay,
day.
I'm starting to chill again.
This
now.
is better now. I like this.
I was saying to Robin earlier, I like the nighttime in this game.
Yeah.
I like being out under the moonlight and just being like, this is cool. Not enough games do like that kind of.
It really does just look really, really nice. This game. I've seen quite a lot of it now, but it still kind of surprises me how I go.
Yeah.
That really is. Oh.
And like, I'm not fussed with graphical fidelity. If I was just running at 720,
Art
60
style
frames.
always takes precedent over like fidelity for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen games with much better looking water, but right now, in terms of that as an isolated kind of screen grab, it fits the overall environment that you're enjoying for everything
like
else.
the whole thing. I mean, I really appreciate the skill that it requires for artists to draw an image that looks like a photograph.
Yeah.
The amount of detail, the amount of skill that. But in some ways, I don't understand why you'd bother.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas something that has a bit more like artistic flair, but maybe doesn't show off as much technique, is more interesting to me.
Well, it's just a bit more visually stimulating.
It's the whole thing. If we're going to get wanky, it's the whole thing about what the point of art is, and if you lean more towards, you know,
It's subjective, yeah.
art it isn't necessarily about representing realities or replicating it so much as reflecting something interesting about reality.
Yeah, it's an interpretation.
Yeah, and you know, drawing attention to certain aspects of things that makes you view stuff differently, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've long given up on the trying to get involved in the argument about whether video games are art or not, because I think it's a whole minefield of opinions and misguided information and examples.
I also actually think, like, in general, it's too simple a question, because it's a bit like saying, what am I trying to say? Basically, because games are sort of, they're complex and there's lots of parts to them that make them what they are. I think that there can be art in games, but it's much harder to say a game is art.
Well,
you see what I mean?
It comes down to two very, very difficult questions of how do you define art, and also how do you define what is a game?
Yeah,
in terms of,
and it is the broadest medium
yeah,
out there in terms of, you know, the potential of what it can be.
I made a thing a couple of years ago to mostly focus on playing things that I find fun. I play video games because they're fun. I play them with my friends because they're fun. There are times when I will play something for the story. There will times I play something for more like specific reason.
Sorry, carry on.
Well, just being like, you know, this is predominantly the reason I kind of enjoy this. You know, enjoy playing kind of games, and therefore my time is precious when it comes to dedicating hours to something.
I'm so surprised.
So why not play something that you're going to kind of enjoy? And I enjoy Zelda very much so.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to pick it apart for its kind of faults. If I'm fun playing it, that ticks enough boxes for me to go, this is a good game.
But it is very much, you know, in the way that you listen to different types of music depending on your mood.
Yeah.
I know, you know, the personal preference. Some people really don't get on with Zelda games. It's just doesn't appeal to them.
Yeah.
Some people happily play, you know, massively online multiplayer or your FIFAs and stuff as that one game over and over again, and then every iteration of it they'll always kind of pick up, but that's kind of their thing, whereas I still like trying to play as many varieties of games that are narratively different or stylistic or genre different.
Well,
there's an underlining thread in all of them that's like, whatever it's the mechanics or the story, there's just something about this I enjoy doing. I don't.
And that comes back to the broadness of the medium, because there are so many different types of things that you can get out of games.
Yeah.
And like, you making comparisons between like I don't know Overwatch or Rocket League or something like that. There's very much sort of mechanically driven a game in the more traditional sense.
Yeah.
Versus what you get out of something that is more atmospheric.
Journey, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Journey one. This is a very deep conversation.
Oh, that's very wanky, isn't it?
Let's make more dick jokes.
So that volcano is spewing quite a lot of
Jizz.
stuff out of the top of it, isn't it?
Look at all that volcano jizz.
I don't know.
Red jizz.
Oh,
Do you ever have that when stuff comes up your body?
No.
And
No, never.
It's called bleeding.
should I see a doctor?
And
Yeah,
never.
it's, do what you want. I don't know.
Just don't talk to me about it.
A wasp, a bee, and a butterfly. Which are we?
What?
Actually, I think that's quite easy, to be honest.
I think so as well.
Yeah, that was a bad example.
I think we all know the answer to that.
I don't.
Don't make us say this.
I'm a bee.
Oh yeah.
I will only sting you as a last resort, but it's gonna hurt.
Well, in that case, Robin's definitely the butterfly because I'm
Absolutely.
I'm sure
You
as
are
shit.
the wasp.
Yeah.
You start off as a disgusting little maggot, and yet you grow into something
Absolutely.
beautiful.
But you don't live very long.
Whereas I just burn everything and I'm pointless. I contribute nothing to
You destroy
society.
everything in your farm.
I started out as a cute, fuzzy green caterpillar, and then the awkward years happened, and I can never go back.
Cocoon years.
I like bees.
I like these.
I like bees.
You like bees.
I really want to get one of those bee hotels, like
really
what
wanna
you
get
got for your
Yeah,
mum.
no, they're really cute.
What are they like? Ant farms, but
They're just like
They're
they
like
look almost like
birdhouses.
birdhouses, but they've got lots of like tubes.
Bees.
And they've got loads of bees.
they just put like loads of bees in the birdhouse and just
They
sort.
trap them in there, and then you release the
I
bees.
don't know what this is. You could be bullshitting. I'm
No,
just going along
this
with
is
it.
a real thing.
It's cool.
They are like
Bee
little
hotels.
they are like birdhouses with
Yeah.
little smaller segments inside. That's what I want for the garden.
That man's in trouble. Know your place. Wow, there's a class war going on here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Bindy just showed me a photo of a bee hotel.
They're real. Look it up. They're real.
I love he just decides to stop fighting that guy because you fired a couple of arrows. It's like, right, I'm going to get him. You wait there.
Hold on.
I'll be back for you.
So, I don't think this came up in the last road trip,
Hmm.
and it's only been lightly touched on in the Minecraft video, and I'm pretty certain I don't know the full story. What happened with you and the horse?
What horse?
Didn't you get, like, kicked by a horse and now you, like, hate them? Or...
Oh,
in real life.
in real
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
sorry, yeah, to break it
I
out.
was really out of the loop there. Okay, yeah, I got kicked by
Just
a
because,
horse.
you know, we're riding a horse and you seem
It's
quite
got a
comfortable with it.
big scar on the back of his head.
Look, I mean, yeah, in previous Zelda games, the proportion of Link to horse hasn't been quite spot on,
Yeah,
but I think this is fairly...
yeah, this feels right.
Providing you assume Link's fairly smallish.
Yeah, it looks like what?
Horses
5'5"
are fucking
or
big,
something?
and they
Horses are big.
big horses in real life are quite terrifying. You can see why they were used in like battle and stuff to like scare
Yeah.
people, and why used by the police now for riots.
Mm.
But you've been attacked by a horse,
Yeah, well,
malicious or otherwise.
yeah, it's one of those things. I mean,
He was unlucky. You were kind of the third person to walk around the back of a horse.
yeah,
and
if you know anything about horses, you know that they get very nervous when people stand behind them too close.
they can't see what you're doing.
Exactly, they're dumb and they
I
panic.
get nervous when people stand behind me.
And
You just kick back.
so
Flick my
basically,
heel.
when I was about 5, we were at a sort of a family friend's place, and they had, I think, maybe just the one or two horses, and
Awesome.
my heis is what they're called.
Heis.
And me and my sister, who was 2 years older than me, and the sort of the slightly older daughter of that family, were sort of walking around the place. Basically, our parents were all inside, and they were like,
Cool.
take the
The children.
Take the kids
The
out to
diamond
go
kids.
and go and see the horses or whatever it was. So I don't know. Obviously, we didn't know any better, and maybe this older girl should have known not to.
She tried to kill you.
Maybe she did. I don't know what I did.
Is she
I
still
probably
alive? Can we go and
deserved
kill
it.
her?
Well,
We can leave
I
a
don't
horse
know.
outside of our
Question
house.
But anyway, for whatever, I mean, to be honest, she was a kid as well. So, you know,
Kids are
and
stupid.
to be honest, she would have been well traumatized by this, because so essentially she walked round this horse, and me and my sister followed. I was the last one, and by the time the third child walked around the back of this horse, it got nervous and lashed out. So I got clipped back of my head, and bleeding, unconscious, all of that fun stuff.
Fuck.
Straight to hospital. I was
That explains
pretty
a lot.
lucky. Hey.
I remember.
Someone's going to yell that at your wedding day, and by someone I mean me. I'll do a
I'm
speech.
probably not going to tell this story.
No, but I'll do the speech. I'll bring it up anecdotally, and then run into the audience. And
And
go,
then-
that explains everything, and then run back up again. And I'll put on the moustache as well.
I do remember when we had a conversation about it with your parents, and your dad was talking about it, saying, you know, that it was like the scariest day of his life, and the
Well,
way.
understandably, kids are squidgy and
I mean,
terrible.
and you were so small. You must be so small. It must be
5.
so scary.
Yeah, 5 is small.
You are lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Obviously, like, very difficult to imagine what it actually would have been like.
Do you remember it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
I
I mean, it's obviously when you're I mean, how many memories does anybody have
Yeah,
when
you're-
you're like 5?
You're barely forming your first memory.
I might have exactly like I might have a handful of memories from like 2 or 3 onwards.
Yeah.
But there's very, very like simple things of no real like illustrative purposes.
Yeah.
And I have a vague recollection of waking up in the ambulance on the way to hospital briefly, but I don't even know if that is a real memory or not, to be honest. It
Yeah.
could be a false one.
Your brain, speaking of nostalgia, and the reason why we remember definitely things like in a better light is because that's what your memory wants to kind of remember, and it will like blurrily kind of like fill in the gaps. But you know, when everyone speaks about, you know, oh, I remember the 80s, and like they always talk about the positive things.
Yeah.
And it gives this slightly like jaded perspective that
Yeah.
you'll always remember like an era or a period or a specific event in the most positive fashion
Yeah,
that your
yeah.
brain can cling on to.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just easier to remember good things. And
A lot
as
of
a
my-
survival technique, you would.
yeah, true.
Well, I think your brain, does learn survival techniques and records the stuff that it thinks is most useful. And I think for a lot of people, that's why maybe people
Because
with
big
more
traumas
anxiety
get
and
really
stuff.
properly pushed
Yeah.
down in a very unhealthy way, and then
you
when it
say-
comes out, then it brings up a lot more because it's clearly there, but it's chosen not to like focus on it because it's obviously harmful.
So, it's funny you say that because I was just trying to think of like my earliest memories, and all of the ones that can think of are negative, but not positive.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying as well. Like,
and I know I had loads of
it can-
positive
it can-
moments when I was younger.
that can backfire as well. Yeah, and obviously you hang on to a lot of baggage.
When Rosie almost drowned. I remember that very, very vividly. And we don't have any like. Obviously, there's no like video or photos of that.
I want to see a video. It doesn't exist. It did exist. So I have a scar here on my lip,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and that is from. My family can tell you the details, but it was of a very young age when we're at a beach and my brother was digging a hole with a metal spade because obviously they had no real like health and safety like kids' toys back then.
Yeah.
So he was digging with a metal spade. I just wandered up behind him, which I'm sensing is a theme here that kids shouldn't be doing.
Sneaking up on
Yeah,
things.
from behind. And basically he just clopped me in the back of my head.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, clopped me in the front of my face because I was behind him and he had no idea I was there. And my dad had been filming all of this on the camera.
Amazing. And he didn't keep it. I would definitely keep
and
that.
he didn't keep it because my brother was so upset and
Oh.
made such a scene about it
Oh, well, that's
that he
fair
made my
enough, I
dad
guess.
delete it. And like now, both me and my brother are actively like, I want to see that video.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's one of those like shaky cam kind of things where he's filming and the second it happens, the camera just drops and you, like, you see everything like askew on the side, like in the horror film when someone gets attacked.
Yeah.
But I loved it because I have no recollection of that, so I must have been very, very young.
We have a home video that's a bit like that, except it's Lally standing with a balloon. She's probably like 5 or something, and I think Rosie's 3, something like that. Stood there with a balloon, and Rosie's trying to take it, and Lally hits her, and then you just hear my dad go, "No!" and the camera goes off. And then it turns back on, and Lally stood in the corner, Rosie's got the It's really funny. Just know she's been really told off.
That's awesome.
So
Are we here?
We're here.
Uncle Jimmy!
Uncle Jimmy. Where's Uncle Jimmy?
That was a surprisingly deep road trip. I wasn't expecting. I swear the last one was quite jaunty. I'm sorry. I knew I shouldn't have asked you about ice cream.
No, the whole that's what started it.
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
He's not...
Where's... Wait, is this a bit? Is this part of the...
I don't know.
Jimmy?
Nobbo?
He's fucking moved.
I can't tell with him. I can't tell if this
I don't know
is
what's
a
happening.
Where's the beach bar?
Jimmy!
I want ice cream!
Bye!
Bye!